All right, welcome everyone to Together Tuesday. My name is Kevin Vogel. I will be your host today again, and I have Melissa Mintz with me today. Hey, Melissa, how you doing?
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
Good. We're going to be covering a couple different topics here this week. Melissa's going to be going over a review of Inscape licensing, how to procure trial licenses, third-party licenses, things like that that aren't normal, Office 365 licenses, and how Inscape will help you with that. And then I'm going to be walking through what you get inside the Microsoft Skus or Microsoft 365, not the Office 365 side. And in fact, I'll have a matrix here for you that we're going to be going over so that you can see all the different licenses that are included with the different versions of licenses that Microsoft has. As we all know, Microsoft licensing is a lot of fun, but hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for you. So with that, we'll kick it off, and I'll let Melissa take control of the screen and give you a nice overview of what you can do here in Inscape when it comes to licensing. Melissa?
All right, thank you, Kevin. So as you all should know, to go to Inscape, the platform, it's platform.inscape365.com. To manage your licenses, you can come into the Microsoft licensing tile. So I'm going to click on that. Once you're in your environment and this loads, you will see what licenses you have in your tenant. So here you can see everything in our little demo tenant. But the purposes of today's webinar is to show you how and where you can procure trial licenses, software licenses, and such. So if I go over here to the left-hand side, shop licenses, and click on that, that's going to go and show me all the licenses that you can currently procure through the Inscape platform. So here you can, scroll down, use the pagination, search by name. So if you're looking for a particular Microsoft SKU, you can type in here and search. Or if you're looking for a trial of something, say you want to test it out before you actually go and spend the money on it, if you come over here to where it says filters and category, I select the category of trial. This will expose all of the trials that are currently available within Inscape, the platform, for you to go ahead and kick the tires on. So here you can see if you want to try EMS E5, Microsoft Viva Learning, Teams Commercial Cloud Trial, and then once you select any of these, it will provide you with a little bit of a description, let you know the minimum maximum seats, and of course the trial is free for 30 days. Should you want to continue on after that, then you can go back into the shop and procure a full license of that. But here currently are all of the trials that you can procure. So I just want to make sure everybody is familiar with where and how you can do that. You can
Can I
also,
ask you a question, Melissa?
absolutely.
Where does it say 30 days? I see where it says, 25 seats and minimum and maximum, but I really don't see a time frame. Are all of the trials from Microsoft 30 days?
I believe that is correct. Yes, I believe all the Microsoft license trials are for 30 days.
Okay, just wondering because it didn't say that here, and I know if it was me, that'd be a question that I have. And
Absolutely.
do you know if it just turns it off at 30 days? In other words, it just stops working?
I believe that is the case, but I can find that out for sure. But I believe after 30 days, then you have to go out and actually buy the full, version of
Right.
whatever license.
I know they're doing this so that you can buy it.
Yep.
But the one that I see down there that's brand new is that Viva Learning Trial,
Oh, yeah.
which, as you guys probably know, Viva is the new employee experience that Microsoft's developing with insights, with learning, with communications. So, and a lot of them are free. For instance, Insights, you can actually go and install inside of Teams, but learning actually has a cost to it. But it looks like, right here, we can actually do a 50 license trial of it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. So you can test that out before you actually go and procure that. But yep, you get 50 free licenses of the Viva Learning.
Huh. Okay, great. I didn't know that. So I learned something here.
Absolutely. For software, so if you want to procure software, if I select the filter called software, this will show you all of the different software currently that you can procure through the Inscape platform here. Business Talk servers, Exchange Enterprise servers, PowerPoint. There's, SQL servers. If I even search, you can actually search in here too. So if I'm looking for Windows Server, CAL licenses, here I can see my one device CAL licenses or remote desktop services. So just want to make sure that everybody is familiar with that in case they're looking for that they know that they can come into the Inscape and procure these software licenses within here as well. And if you click on any of these two, you'll see it, description of the price for your organization, as well as what the minimum and maximum seats are for that.
So these aren't trial licenses. These are full-blown licenses.
Correct.
And you're committing for either 1 year or 3 years, depending, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And the difference between, let's just take a look. What's the difference between a 1-year license? Let's just take a CAL, for instance, there, which you can see costs you $10. And I'm assuming that's monthly, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much would it be for a 3-year commitment?
$30.
Oh, so that's probably the cost for the whole period of time then. That's not a monthly charge, because for 3 years, it would be 3 times as much.
Yep. So those are the licenses that you can, procure through here for software. And again, you can, search or, use the filters for small business. These are the Windows 365 licensures for small businesses. So you can see Windows 365 business and the CPUs and the gigabytes, enterprise licensing.
Can I answer a Caleb question here real quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Caleb, all these are with software assurance. You can't, inside the CSP portal, you can't buy it without. So this all includes software assurance.
Yep, and then you got your enterprise licenses here. And then last but not least, under the category of Azure, I'm in my demo client in here. Let me just delete that. Here you can see you can procure some Azure licensure in here, either 1 year for an SQL Edge or 3 years for the same thing. And it will tell you a little description and what the cost would be for your organization. So very simply, a great tool to leverage in case you're looking for a trial or in case you're looking for Azure software, enterprise or small business licenses. You can come in here and leverage the filter to quickly and seamlessly find exactly what you're looking for.
What about third-party licenses, ones that aren't Microsoft?
That would probably be under software. I'm not too familiar on what outside of the Microsoft has been added to Inscape itself, but here, you can come in here and actually search through the software and see what's in here in addition to that. I don't know.
Red Hat. I just go scroll.
Yep, Red Hat.
So
yep.
I saw Red Hat up there. So so this is where you would go, and I'm sure, like, if you did a search up at the top and you were looking for a specific one. So for instance, Adobe. I see if Adobe's in there.
Nope, not yet.
I know that was something that was coming, so I was just wondering if it was there yet. We're going to keep adding to this environment third-party products, so keep your eye out. We will be sending updates. You can see SUSE right there, Linux, which is just another distribution like Red Hat is. So obviously you can buy some of those different ones that aren't Microsoft licensing. So it's going to be developing over time. I think you'll see more and more licenses available to you as we bring them online. So just a little FYI.
Absolutely, yes. As we and integrate more with more SaaS applications and whatnot, you'll see more and more of the software in here, such as Adobe and things like that. Any further questions?
Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much, Melissa. And if you do have questions, please post them here inside the chat. We'll be more than happy to try to answer any of your questions. So now I'm going to go over Microsoft and hopefully maybe even answer some of your Microsoft questions. This chart that I'm going to be using here, we will make available to you right here inside the chat. It's a PDF, so you guys can download it. But the beauty of this chart, and for those of you that haven't seen this before, it's something that I use almost on a daily basis. This is the latest and greatest one from Microsoft. And as you can see, they really do a good job here at breaking down the different licenses that are available, everything from a Microsoft 365 E3, and give you the list price on them. So the prices that you see on the third column down are all the list prices on a monthly basis. So for instance, a Microsoft 365 E3 is $32 and E5 is $57. You can buy the security add-on, the E5 security add-on or compliance add-on for $12 a month. So if you don't want to buy the whole Microsoft 365, let's say you want to go with an Office 365 E3 and then add on either security or compliance, you can do that. So those are the add-ons there. So each one of these different colors give you the ability to add on different products to your arsenal of Office 365, or really now modern workplace is what Microsoft is calling it. Even if you want to buy Windows 10 licenses, you can see that you can do that here. Same thing with Microsoft 365. If you're looking at the Fs, the frontline workers, F1, F3, F5, and so on. And then if you're just looking for Office 365 E3, F3, you could see that all of them are here. They break down, this is a 5-page article that you're going to be getting. And in here, you can see that they break them down by the Office apps here. So for instance, the desktop clients, if you're looking for, Word and PowerPoint and Outlook, you can see which ones of the licenses. So it'd be the E3 and E5 under the M365, and under the Office 365 E3 and E5, you get the installable Pro Plus. So now with all of them, you get the mobile apps or the Office on the web. So they're going to show you all the different applications that you get with each one of the licenses. If you look down at the next section, email, calendaring, and scheduling, you'll able to see what plan you have here, the size of the mailboxes that you get with each one of the plans. So for instance, on the E plan here, the F plan, you only get a 2 gig mailbox, and it is kiosk mode. What that means is you can't use the Outlook client, the installable Outlook client, to access your mailbox. You can here, obviously, on the plan 2 or plan 1, you can, but on these F ones, you have to use the Outlook on the web. So that's the big difference there. You can see calendar, Outlook desktop application you can see is available with these different licenses and so on down the line here. Really is a great way for you to find which application you want your end user to have and what's the least expensive license to be able to get the features and functionality that you're looking for. If I go down here to the second page, you can see that this is where we start talking about Teams. So with meeting, calling, and chat, and what you get. One of the big questions that I get from a lot of people is the audio conferencing license. That's the license that allows you to call into the the Teams meetings, which will have a call-in number. And you can see that you get those if you have a Microsoft 365 E5 or you have a Microsoft 365, Office 365 E5, you will get the audio conferencing. You can buy that by itself. It does come as what's known as an a la carte license. These just give you the plan licenses here. If you want to know more about a la carte licensing, we'll be more than happy to help you with those. Is there a question or something? I heard a little rustle there. Okay, if there's not, Melissa, just let me know if there's a question. You can see social, internet, or storage. This will show you exactly what you get from a storage aspect here. So, if you're looking for, the size of your OneDrive, for instance, you can see that, in the M SKU, it's unlimited. Both in the E3 and E5, it's unlimited. If you have an E1, you only get a terabyte. So you can see that right here. You can see that you get Yammer Enterprise across the board. So great tool for you guys to be able to use to see everything from, what you get here from the Graph API, what you get from analytics, depending upon the licensing, even project and tasks. So if you're looking at Planner or you're looking at Microsoft To Do, you can actually get these things and which Office licenses come with them. If you want to really get into like endpoint protection, which ones come with, for instance, Intune, great product to do MDM, mobile device management. It's also, a great product for updating your PCs and so on. You can see that both E3 and E5 here gets it. If you want to add it on to your Office 365, you can do that by putting it here inside the Enterprise Mobility and Security add-on for your Office 365 SKUs. So it makes it really very cost effective for you to do that. And you can see whether it's Autopilot, and Autopilot actually allows you to put a corporate image, Windows 10 or now Windows 11, up in the Microsoft Cloud, actually have your hardware distributor, whether it be HP or Lenovo or Dell or whoever it might be, actually send a laptop to somebody out in the field. They log in with their Office 365 credentials, and Intune, using Autopilot, will actually push that image down to the computer over the internet, over using the cloud. You never have to physically touch the device in your location, and give them the exact corporate image with the applications installed, all the security settings that you want, everything pre-done right inside of that build that you built and put up in the cloud. And you can actually have multiple builds up there. You might want one for sales and one for accounting and one for manufacturing and so on. So you can actually do those things, and based around their login, they'll get the exact build that you want them to get. You can also see that all the endpoint and application management, endpoint analytics are there. Cortana management, if you're looking for that group policy support, you can see which different licenses actually can use group policies. Threat protection. I know we talk about this a lot every day with customers. Which licenses come with. Now everything is pretty much Defender. So whether it be Defender for anti-malware or Defender firewall or a Defender endpoint or identity, all of those you can see which different applications, which different bundles actually come with those, and which add-ons. So if you're looking just to add on the security update to be able to get, for instance, identity, a Defender for identity, you can do that. All these things are available based around the different licenses that you have. So you can see, great little tool here. And it keeps going. So whether you want to look at information governance, whether it's, rule-based automatic retention policies, what licenses that comes with, records management, even down here under the e-discovery, you can see all the different applications that get things like advanced auditing or litigation hold. So things that you might want to use every single day. And then insider risk management. So if you're looking for communication compliance or information barriers and you want to build them up, privilege access management and which licenses come with that. Pretty easy to figure it out with this matrix. And then of course, Windows 10, Windows 11 now, you can see that, where do I get, if I want to run virtual desktops, where do I get my VDA license from? So you can see right here which ones include that, which ones include universal print. So right in this one document, which I will absolutely put up here, and hold on, I will add it to the check box right here for you. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's right. Well, part of our security strategy here at Sirius is we can't share documents when we have people from outside of our corporation. So we'll have to include this in an email in response to saying thank you for attending our webinar today. So I'll make sure that this matrix goes out to everyone that's enrolled in our Together Tuesdays. So pretty much you could see it's a great document, has a lot of information. It does get updated regularly as Microsoft changes things. So, you know, just make sure that you keep the latest and greatest copy. I try to make sure I check to make sure I have the latest one. So this is right now. I'm sure a new one will be coming out soon. Any questions, anything we can answer, either Melissa or myself from today's webinar? Let me just share my presentation back with you, and hold on one sec. Oops, wrong one. Click the wrong button. You know, I'm sure we've all done that. All right, so as you can see, we've done the trial here, and now we did the licensing SKU. So we're going to be finalizing the topics that we're going to be having in December. We'll be sending out a calendar invite with the December agendas, probably within the next couple of days, for sure next week, but just want to let you know that. I do want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. You know, it's always a great time of year. In fact, it's my favorite holiday. You have food, family, and football all on Thanksgiving Day, so my favorite holiday of the year. I hope everyone has a great one. I hope you get together with friends and family. Melissa, you want to add anything?
No, I think you covered it all, but I look forward to seeing everybody on our December agendas and on our webinars coming up in December. But if there's any questions that come up after this, please don't hesitate to reach out to Kevin and myself, and we're happy to help you.
And you guys have a great week and a great holiday. Have a great day.
Thank you.